Did you know that 1 in every 8 people in the world works in agriculture? For these workers, harvest season is the most important time of the year. But how do farmers around the world harvest fruits and vegetables on such a massive scale? Let us find out in this video. Strawberries are among the most popular fruits in the world. In 2024, global strawberry production exceeded 9 million tons. In many places, strawberries are grown hydroponically inside greenhouses. This method allows farmers to control temperature, humidity, and other environmental conditions. As a result, strawberries can be grown and harvested throughout the year. Ripe strawberries are usually harvested entirely by hand to ensure the highest possible quality. Workers carefully select each fruit that has reached the correct level of ripeness. They then gently place the strawberries into trays to prevent bruising and damage. Meanwhile, some modern farms have started using robots to harvest strawberries. These robots are equipped with camera systems that scan the plants and accurately identify ripe fruits. After locating a ripe strawberry, the robotic arm slowly approaches and cuts the fruit with precision. The harvested strawberries are then sorted, packaged, and transported to markets. Our next destination is a kiwi orchard. In 2025, global kiwi production was estimated to reach approximately 4.4 million tons. Kiwi plants are usually grown on high trellises. These trellises create large green canopies with thousands of fruits hanging underneath. When harvest season begins, farmers stand beneath the vines and gently pick each kiwi by hand. The freshly harvested fruits are placed into baskets worn in front of their bodies. This work requires patience, skill, and experience. Harvesters must handle the fruits carefully to avoid scratching or bruising the outer skin. Even a strong impact can reduce the quality and commercial value of the kiwi. In recent years, some farms have started using robots to harvest kiwi. The robotic arms are programmed to imitate human movements. Cameras and sensors help the robots identify fruits that have reached the correct level of maturity. The robots then approach and harvest each kiwi with a high level of accuracy. Next, we visit a bell pepper farm in California. Because bell peppers have thin skin and are easily scratched or bruised, many farms still prefer manual harvesting. Farmers gently pick each ripe pepper. They then carefully place the peppers into baskets or plastic containers to reduce damage caused by impact. Meanwhile, some modern farms have introduced machinery to increase harvesting speed. The harvesting machines move slowly through the rows of plants. A vibrating system creates enough movement to separate the peppers from their stems. The peppers are then transferred onto a conveyor belt. The conveyor carries them to a quality inspection area. At this stage, workers carefully examine each pepper. Only peppers that meet strict quality standards are transferred into large containers for storage and transportation. Our next product is hops. Hops are an essential ingredient in beer production. In 2024, global hop production reached approximately 113,000 tons. To meet growing market demand, many farms have started using machines during the harvesting process. First, a harvesting machine cuts the lower section of the hop plant just above the roots. The roots remain in the ground so that the plant can regenerate and grow again during the following summer. Next, specialized equipment separates the entire hop vine from the trellis system. The harvested vines are placed into large containers or loaded directly onto trucks. They are then quickly transported to processing facilities. At the facility, the hop cones are separated from the stems and leaves. The hop cones are then dried, packaged, and distributed to breweries. Unlike hops, harvesting cauliflower requires a combination of human labor and machinery. Workers use knives to cut the cauliflower heads close to the base of the plants. The long outer leaves are then removed to reveal the white heads inside. The freshly harvested cauliflower is placed directly onto conveyor belts in the field. The conveyor carries the cauliflower to the packaging area. There, each cauliflower is inspected and immediately packaged to maintain freshness. This system allows the harvesting process to continue efficiently without interruption. It is especially suitable for large-scale farms. The global cauliflower market is expected to reach approximately $6.9 billion. Next, let us explore the honey harvesting process. First, beekeepers use smoke-producing equipment or air blowers to gently move the bees away from the honeycombs. They then carefully remove the wooden frames filled with honey from the hive. Every step must be performed gently to avoid damaging the wax structure. Next, the honey frames are placed inside a centrifugal extractor. The machine uses centrifugal force to separate the honey from the wax. Pure golden honey slowly flows to the bottom of the machine. The honey is then passed through a filtration system to remove wax and any remaining impurities. Finally, the honey is bottled, packaged, and distributed to the market. In 2024, honey production in the United States reached approximately 134 million pounds. Next, we travel to Japan to discover how rice is harvested. Today, most rice fields in Japan use combine harvesters. The front of the machine is equipped with a cutting system. As the machine moves steadily through the rows, the rice stalks are cut and pulled inside. The rice grains are separated from the stalks and straw inside the machine. The clean grains are transferred into an internal storage compartment. Meanwhile, the straw is discharged from the rear and spread evenly across the field. When the storage compartment is full, the unloading system is activated. The harvested rice is transferred directly into a truck or storage container waiting nearby. Although machinery has significantly increased harvesting productivity, Japan's rice market has experienced major changes. In August 2024, an earthquake warning caused many people in Japan to purchase and store large amounts of rice. This caused wholesale rice prices to increase by more than 40% in September. Rice prices continued to rise afterward, placing significant pressure on the country's supply. Red mangoes are another famous agricultural product from Japan. These mangoes have brightly colored skin with a mixture of red, pink, and golden yellow. Inside, the flesh is soft, sweet, and mildly fragrant. Even before the fruits are ripe, each mango is carefully covered with a protective net or bag. This method helps prevent insects and reduces the risk of disease. The protective bags also prevent ripe mangoes from falling to the ground and becoming damaged. When the mangoes reach the ideal level of ripeness, farmers gently harvest each fruit by hand. Every movement is performed carefully to avoid scratching or damaging the outer skin. After harvesting, each mango is carefully inspected and selected. Only mangoes that meet the highest quality standards are carefully packaged before being released to the market. Japanese red mangoes have extremely high commercial value. Some premium mangoes can be sold for approximately $1,832 per kilogram. This makes them some of the most expensive mangoes in the world. Another unique agricultural product from Japan is udo. Udo is a special stem vegetable that is sometimes called udo asparagus. It is valued for its unique flavor, crisp texture, and nutritional value. To harvest udo, farmers gently loosen the soil around the base of the plant. They then carefully pull the entire udo cluster out of the ground. This work requires skill to avoid breaking or scratching the stems. After the plant is removed from the ground, each udo stem is carefully separated from the root system. The stems are then washed to remove soil and other materials. The udo stems are sorted according to size and quality. Finally, they are packaged before being transported to stores and markets. In long rows of palm trees, farmers work continuously to harvest fruit bunches that have turned dark red. The dark red color shows that the palm fruits have reached the correct level of ripeness. Each palm fruit bunch can weigh between approximately 10 and 25 kilograms. The large fruit bunches are firmly attached to tall palm trees. Therefore, workers must use long-handled sickles to harvest them. With a strong but precise movement, the workers cut the entire fruit bunch from the tree. The cut must be made in the correct position to avoid damaging the fruits. After falling to the ground, the fruit bunches are quickly collected and gathered into large piles. They are then transported to processing facilities. At the facilities, the individual palm fruits are separated from the bunches. The fruits are then pressed to extract the valuable oil inside. Palm oil is widely used in many industries. It is used in food production, cosmetics, and even energy production. In 2025, global palm oil production was expected to continue increasing because of growing demand for biofuels. Palm oil prices were estimated to reach approximately $972 per ton. Our next destination is an onion field in California. California accounts for approximately 31% of total onion production in the United States. On small and medium-sized farms, farmers usually use tractors equipped with low-positioned cutting blades. The equipment moves beneath the soil to loosen the ground and lift the onions toward the surface. Workers then collect each onion by hand. The roots and leaves are removed directly in the field. The prepared onions are placed into containers for transportation. On large farms, modern machines are used to increase productivity. Specialized harvesting machines dig the onions out of the ground. The onions are then transferred onto conveyor belts. As they move along the conveyor, soil and other unwanted materials are removed. Finally, the onions are transferred directly from the harvesting machine into nearby trucks. The entire process takes place quickly. The use of machinery reduces the need for manual labor and significantly shortens harvesting time. Next, we visit a cantaloupe field in Arizona. Approximately 16,000 acres of land in the state are used to grow cantaloupes. With the support of machinery, the harvesting process is now much faster. On some farms, workers pick each cantaloupe by hand. They then gently pass or toss the melons onto a trailer moving beside them. Other workers wait on the trailer to catch the fruits and arrange them inside containers. On large farms, conveyor belt systems are used to improve efficiency. Instead of passing the melons onto trailers, workers gently place each fruit onto the conveyor. The system transports the freshly harvested cantaloupes directly to the packaging area. This method reduces transportation time. It also helps maintain freshness and increases the speed of the entire harvesting process. Now, let us see how farmers in Asia harvest lotus roots. China is currently the world's largest producer of lotus roots. The country accounts for approximately 80% of global lotus root production. Harvesting lotus roots is a difficult and detailed process that requires extensive experience. When the water level in ponds or wetlands decreases, farmers enter the soft mud. They use their hands or tools such as shovels and water jets to loosen the mud. The lotus roots hidden deep underground are then carefully removed. Harvesters must work very carefully. Excessive force can cause the long lotus roots to break or become scratched. Harvesting is usually carried out on sunny days. During dry weather, mud can be removed from the surface of the roots more easily. Lotus roots harvested under suitable conditions usually have a firm and crisp texture with a naturally sweet flavor. Lotus roots are not only used to prepare many nutritious dishes. They are also used to make tea and products for medicinal purposes. Another important plant in Asia is bamboo. Bamboo is usually harvested near the end of the rainy season. This is also the beginning of the dry season. At this time, the bamboo culms have reached the required level of hardness and are suitable for use. Workers use axes or large knives to cut each bamboo culm close to the ground. The remaining base is then split or treated to prevent too many young shoots from growing at the same time. However, harvesters leave several healthy young shoots behind. These shoots continue to grow and maintain the development of the bamboo clump. Each bamboo culm can weigh between approximately 15 and 30 kilograms. Therefore, transporting bamboo out of the forest requires physical strength and experience. After harvesting, bamboo can be used for many different purposes. It is used to produce cutting boards, chopsticks, woven baskets, and many handicraft products. Finally, let us see how farmers harvest straw mushrooms. Straw mushrooms grow very quickly. They are commonly cultivated on recycled materials such as fermented straw, cassava residue, or byproducts from palm oil production. The entire growing cycle is completed in only 4 to 5 weeks. At this stage, the mushrooms are ready to be harvested. When the mushrooms reach the correct size, farmers inspect and select each one. They then use a small knife to cut the stem close to the surface of the growing material. Every movement is performed gently to avoid damaging smaller mushrooms that are still developing. After harvesting, the straw mushrooms are quickly sorted, cleaned, and packaged. Because straw mushrooms have a relatively short storage life, they must be transported quickly to maintain freshness. After exploring the harvesting methods used across Asia, we now travel to South America, a region known for producing enormous quantities of agricultural products. Our first destination is Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer. Brazil produces approximately 3.5 million tons of coffee every year. The country is especially well known for Arabica coffee, which is valued for its mild flavor and rich aroma. Coffee harvesting in Brazil usually takes place during the dry season. At this time, most coffee cherries have reached the correct level of ripeness. On many farms, harvesting begins with the use of specialized machines. These machines move slowly through rows of coffee trees. Rotating rods gently shake the branches and remove the ripe coffee cherries. The harvested cherries fall onto collection systems inside the machines. Leaves, small branches, and other unwanted materials are removed during the process. The coffee cherries are then transferred into large containers. After harvesting, the cherries are transported to processing facilities. At the facilities, the outer layers of the coffee cherries are removed. The coffee beans are then cleaned and dried. After drying, the beans are sorted according to size and quality. The highest quality coffee beans are prepared for export to markets around the world. Brazil is also the world's largest producer of sugarcane. The country produces more than 750 million tons of sugarcane every year. Large sugarcane farms rely heavily on modern harvesting machines. The machines move continuously through long rows of mature sugarcane. Rotating blades cut the sugarcane stalks close to the ground. The stalks are then pulled into the harvesting machine. Inside the machine, the sugarcane is cut into smaller sections. Leaves and other unwanted plant materials are separated and returned to the field. The chopped sugarcane is transferred directly into large trucks moving beside the harvester. The trucks quickly transport the harvested sugarcane to processing facilities. Sugarcane must be processed as soon as possible after harvesting to maintain its sugar content. At the processing plant, the sugarcane is crushed to extract the juice. The juice is filtered and heated to remove water. After further processing, the concentrated liquid is transformed into raw sugar. Brazil is one of the world's largest exporters of raw and unrefined sugar. Next, we travel to Peru to observe the harvesting of fresh grapes. Peru has become one of the world's leading exporters of table grapes. The country's warm climate and fertile agricultural regions allow farmers to produce grapes for international markets. During harvest season, workers carefully inspect each bunch of grapes. Only bunches that have reached the correct color, size, and level of maturity are selected. Workers use small scissors to cut the grape bunches from the vines. The freshly harvested grapes are gently placed into containers. Careful handling is extremely important because grapes can easily become bruised or detached from their stems. The harvested grapes are quickly transported to packing facilities. At the facilities, workers inspect each bunch and remove damaged or low-quality grapes. The selected grapes are sorted according to size, color, and quality. They are then placed into protective packaging. The packaged grapes are cooled before being transported to international markets. Our journey continues to Mexico, where sweet corn is harvested on a large scale. Sweet corn is one of the country's most important vegetable crops. When the corn reaches the correct level of maturity, harvesting machines move through the fields. The machines remove the ears of corn from the stalks. The harvested corn is carried into the machine by conveyor systems. Leaves and unwanted plant materials are separated during the process. The ears of sweet corn are then transferred into large containers. Some sweet corn is sold as whole fresh ears. Other corn is transported to processing facilities. At these facilities, the outer husks are removed. The corn may then be cleaned, sorted, and packaged. Some products are processed into corn kernels. The kernels may be canned or frozen for long-term storage. Next, we return to Peru to explore the blueberry harvesting process. Peru has become one of the world's largest exporters of fresh blueberries. Blueberries are small and delicate fruits. They must be harvested carefully to prevent bruising and damage. On many farms, ripe blueberries are still picked by hand. Workers inspect each plant and select berries with the correct color and maturity. The ripe berries are gently removed and placed into small containers. Harvesting by hand helps protect the fruit and maintain its quality. Some large farms also use mechanical harvesting equipment. The machines gently shake the blueberry plants. Ripe berries fall onto collection surfaces inside the machine. The berries are then transferred onto conveyor systems. Leaves and other unwanted materials are removed. After harvesting, the blueberries are quickly transported to packing facilities. The fruits are inspected and sorted according to size, color, and quality. Damaged or unripe berries are removed. The selected blueberries are placed into small packages. They are then cooled to maintain freshness during transportation. Next, we travel to Chile, one of the largest apple exporters in the southern hemisphere. Apple harvesting usually begins when the fruits reach the correct size, color, and sugar level. Workers carefully pick each apple by hand. The fruit is gently lifted and turned until it separates from the branch. The harvested apples are placed into padded bags worn by the workers. When the bags are full, the apples are carefully emptied into large storage containers. Workers must avoid dropping the fruit because strong impacts can cause bruising. After harvesting, the apples are transported to packing facilities. At the facilities, the apples are washed and inspected. Modern sorting systems use cameras and sensors to examine each fruit. The apples are separated according to size, color, shape, and quality. Fruits with visible damage are removed. The selected apples are packaged and prepared for domestic markets or export. Our next destination is Ecuador, one of the world's largest banana exporters. Bananas are harvested while they are still green. This allows the fruit to remain firm during transportation. Workers first inspect the banana plants and identify bunches that have reached the correct level of maturity. A worker cuts part of the banana plant so that the heavy bunch slowly moves toward the ground. Another worker supports the bunch to prevent it from falling. The entire banana bunch is then carefully removed from the plant. Large banana bunches can be extremely heavy. The harvested bunches are transported to nearby processing and packaging facilities. At the facilities, the banana hands are separated from the main stalk. The bananas are washed to remove dirt and natural plant materials. Workers inspect the fruits and remove bananas that do not meet quality standards. The selected bananas are divided into smaller groups. They are then labeled and packed into boxes. The boxes are stored under controlled temperatures before being exported. Next, we return to Peru to observe the harvesting of asparagus. Peru is one of the world's leading producers and exporters of asparagus. Asparagus grows as young shoots that emerge directly from the soil. Workers move through the fields and inspect the height and quality of each shoot. Only asparagus that has reached the correct size is harvested. Workers use long knives to cut the shoots below the soil surface. The harvested asparagus is collected in baskets or containers. The shoots must be handled carefully to avoid breaking the delicate tips. After harvesting, the asparagus is quickly transported to processing facilities. The shoots are washed and trimmed. They are then sorted according to length, thickness, and quality. The selected asparagus is tied into bundles or placed into protective packages. The products are cooled to preserve freshness before transportation. Our next destination is Ecuador, where cocoa is an important agricultural product. Ecuador is famous for producing high-quality fine-flavor cocoa. This type of cocoa is valued for its distinctive aroma and complex flavor. Cocoa pods grow directly from the trunks and large branches of cocoa trees. When the pods reach maturity, their color begins to change. Farmers inspect each pod and select only those that are ready for harvest. The ripe cocoa pods are cut from the trees using knives or long-handled tools. Workers must avoid damaging the tree because new flowers and pods may grow from the same areas. After harvesting, the cocoa pods are collected into large piles. The pods are carefully opened. Inside each pod are cocoa beans covered in soft white pulp. The beans and pulp are removed and placed into containers. The cocoa beans then undergo fermentation. Fermentation helps develop the flavor and aroma of the cocoa. After fermentation, the beans are spread out and dried under the sun. Workers regularly turn the beans to ensure even drying. The dried cocoa beans are cleaned and sorted. They are then packed into bags and prepared for export. Next, we travel to Mexico to observe the harvesting of lettuce. Lettuce is usually harvested early in the morning when temperatures are cooler. Cool conditions help maintain the freshness and crisp texture of the leaves. Workers move through the fields and inspect each lettuce head. Mature lettuce is cut close to the base using a sharp knife. Damaged or unwanted outer leaves are removed. The harvested lettuce is placed onto conveyor belts operating beside the workers. The conveyor transports the lettuce to an inspection and packaging area. Workers check each head for size, appearance, and quality. The selected lettuce is packaged directly in the field. Rapid packaging helps reduce moisture loss and maintain freshness. The packaged products are then transported under controlled temperatures. Our next destination is Brazil, where large quantities of melons are grown for export. Brazil's warm climate provides favorable conditions for melon production. When the melons reach the correct level of maturity, workers inspect their size, color, and outer appearance. The ripe melons are carefully separated from the vines. They are then placed onto conveyor systems operating in the field. The conveyors transport the melons to collection areas. Workers inspect the fruits and remove damaged products. The selected melons are sorted according to size and quality. They are then packed into boxes for transportation. Many Brazilian melons are exported to international markets. Next, we travel to the United States to observe the harvesting of pumpkins. Pumpkins are usually harvested when their outer skin becomes firm and develops the correct color. Workers move through the fields and cut the thick stems using knives or pruning tools. The pumpkins are then collected by hand. Because large pumpkins can be heavy, workers must lift and move them carefully. The harvested pumpkins are placed into large containers or loaded onto trailers. Some pumpkins are transported directly to markets. Others are sent to processing facilities. At the facilities, pumpkins may be washed, cut, and processed into different food products. Our journey continues to the vineyards of California. California is one of the most important wine-producing regions in the United States. Wine grapes are harvested when they reach the desired balance of sugar, acidity, flavor, and color. Some premium vineyards continue to harvest grapes by hand. Workers use small scissors to cut each grape cluster from the vine. The clusters are gently placed into containers to prevent damage. However, many large vineyards use mechanical grape harvesters. These machines move above the rows of vines. A shaking system gently removes ripe grapes from the plants. The grapes fall onto collection surfaces inside the machine. Leaves and other unwanted materials are separated. The harvested grapes are transferred into large containers. They are then quickly transported to wineries. At the winery, the grapes are crushed to release their juice. The juice is processed and fermented to produce wine. Next, we visit apple orchards in the United States. The United States produces many different apple varieties. Workers carefully inspect the fruits before harvesting. Ripe apples are picked by hand to reduce damage. Each apple is gently lifted and turned until the stem separates from the branch. The fruits are placed into padded harvesting bags. The bags are carefully emptied into large storage bins. At modern packing facilities, apples are washed and transported through automated sorting systems. Cameras examine the color, size, shape, and surface quality of each apple. The fruits are separated into different grades. High-quality apples are packaged for fresh markets. Other apples may be used to produce juice, sauces, and other processed products. Next, we return to California to observe another large strawberry harvest. California is the largest strawberry-producing state in the United States. The state's mild climate allows strawberries to be harvested during much of the year. Workers move through long rows of plants and carefully select ripe strawberries. The fruits are picked by hand because they are extremely delicate. Each strawberry is placed directly into the package in which it will be sold. This reduces additional handling and helps prevent bruising. Workers inspect the berries during the harvesting process. Damaged or unripe fruits are removed. The packaged strawberries are quickly cooled. They are then transported to markets while maintaining controlled temperatures. Our next crop is cherries. Cherries are harvested when they develop the correct color, size, sweetness, and firmness. Workers carefully pick the fruits by hand. The stems are usually kept attached because they help maintain the appearance and freshness of the cherries. The harvested cherries are placed into small containers or padded bags. Workers avoid squeezing or dropping the fruits. After harvesting, the cherries are quickly transported to packing facilities. The fruits are cooled to remove field heat. They are then washed and sorted. Modern systems use cameras to inspect the color, size, and quality of each cherry. Damaged fruits are removed. The selected cherries are packaged and prepared for transportation. Next, we visit modern greenhouses where cucumbers are grown. Greenhouse farming allows producers to control temperature, humidity, water, and nutrients. Cucumber plants grow vertically along supporting systems. The fruits hang beneath large green leaves. Workers inspect each cucumber and select fruits that have reached the correct size. The cucumbers are cut carefully from the plants. They are placed into containers and transported to packaging areas. At the facilities, the cucumbers are inspected and sorted. Products that meet the required standards are packaged for sale. Controlled greenhouse conditions allow cucumbers to be produced during different seasons of the year. Our next destination is a cotton field in the United States. Cotton is an important agricultural crop used mainly for textile production. When cotton bolls mature, they open and reveal the soft white fibers inside. Modern cotton farms use large mechanical harvesters. The machines move through the fields and collect cotton from the plants. The harvested cotton is transferred into storage compartments. Leaves, stems, and other unwanted plant materials are reduced during the process. The cotton is compressed into large modules for transportation. These modules are transported to cotton gins. At the cotton gin, the fibers are separated from the seeds. The clean cotton fibers are compressed into large bales. The cotton seeds may also be collected and used for other purposes. Next, we travel to California to observe the almond harvest. California is the world's largest producer of almonds. When almonds reach maturity, their outer hulls begin to dry and split open. Specialized machines shake the trunks of the almond trees. The vibration causes the almonds to fall onto the ground. The nuts are left on the orchard floor for several days to dry. After drying, sweeping machines move the almonds into long rows. Another machine collects the almonds from the ground. Leaves, soil, and other unwanted materials are removed. The harvested almonds are transported to processing facilities. At the facilities, the outer hulls and shells are removed. The almond kernels are cleaned and sorted according to size and quality. The selected almonds are packaged for sale or further processing. Our next crop is wheat. Wheat is one of the most important grain crops in the world. Large wheat fields are usually harvested using combine harvesters. The machine moves through the field and cuts the mature wheat plants. The harvested material is pulled inside. The wheat grains are separated from the stalks and chaff. The clean grains are transferred into an onboard storage tank. The remaining straw is discharged from the rear of the machine. When the storage tank becomes full, the wheat is unloaded into trucks or grain carts. The harvested grain is transported to storage facilities. It may later be processed into flour and many other food products. Finally, we observe the large-scale corn harvest in the United States. The United States is one of the world's largest corn producers. Modern farms use powerful combine harvesters to collect mature corn. The front attachment guides the corn stalks into the machine. The ears are separated from the stalks. Inside the combine, the corn kernels are removed from the cobs. The clean kernels are transferred into a large storage tank. The remaining stalks, leaves, and cobs are returned to the field. When the tank is full, the corn is unloaded into trucks or grain carts moving beside the harvester. The harvested corn is transported to storage and processing facilities. Corn is used to produce food, animal feed, industrial products, and many other materials. After exploring large-scale corn harvesting in the United States, we now return to Brazil to observe another massive coffee harvest. Brazil is the world's largest producer and exporter of coffee. Coffee plantations cover vast areas across the country. The warm climate, suitable rainfall, and large agricultural regions provide favorable conditions for coffee production. Most Brazilian coffee is harvested during the dry season. At this time, the coffee cherries have reached the correct level of maturity. On smaller farms, workers may harvest coffee cherries by hand. They carefully remove the ripe cherries from the branches and place them into baskets or collection containers. However, large commercial farms often use mechanical harvesting machines. These machines move slowly between long rows of coffee trees. Rotating rods shake the branches and remove the coffee cherries. The cherries fall onto collection systems inside the machines. Leaves, small branches, and other unwanted materials are separated during the harvesting process. The harvested coffee cherries are then transferred into large containers. After harvesting, the coffee cherries are quickly transported to processing facilities. The outer skin and pulp are removed to reveal the coffee beans inside. The beans are then cleaned and dried. Some coffee beans are dried naturally under the sun. Workers regularly turn the beans to ensure that they dry evenly. After drying, the coffee beans are sorted according to size and quality. The selected beans are packed into large bags and prepared for domestic markets or export. Brazil is especially famous for Arabica coffee. Arabica coffee is valued for its smooth flavor and distinctive aroma. Large quantities of Brazilian coffee are exported to countries around the world every year. Our next destination is Argentina, one of the world's largest producers of soybeans. Soybeans are an important agricultural crop used in food production, animal feed, and many industrial products. When soybean plants reach maturity, their leaves turn yellow and begin to fall. The soybean pods become dry and change to a brown color. At this stage, the crop is ready for harvest. Large soybean farms use powerful combine harvesters. The machines move continuously through the fields. A wide cutting system at the front cuts the mature soybean plants close to the ground. The plants are then pulled into the machine. Inside the combine harvester, the soybean seeds are separated from the pods and stems. The clean soybeans are transferred into a large storage tank inside the machine. The remaining stems, leaves, and empty pods are discharged from the rear. These plant materials are spread across the field. When the storage tank becomes full, an unloading system transfers the soybeans into trucks or grain carts. The trucks transport the harvested soybeans to storage facilities. The soybeans are cleaned and dried before being stored. Some soybeans are processed into soybean oil. Other soybeans are used to produce animal feed and food products. Argentina exports large quantities of soybeans and soybean products to international markets.